Well, 2 people are confirmed dead as a wildfire rages on in New Mexico. So far, the McBride Fire has scorched more than 5,700 acres and has destroyed more than 200 homes. Fox Weather's Max Gorden joins us now from the West Coast Bureau in Los Angeles. Max, do you know any new additional details about the 2 fatalities?
Hey, good afternoon, Kendall. Well, an investigation is still ongoing and there aren't a lot of details, but according to the New Mexico Department of Public Safety, an elderly couple had been trying to evacuate from the McBride Fire on Tuesday. Family members lost contact with them. Then yesterday, police and firefighters found 2 bodies at a home that had burned. Now, in all, 207 homes have been lost in the McBride Fire. That doesn't include barns, sheds, or other outbuildings. And this fire is burning roughly 180 miles or so to the southeast of Albuquerque and the Sierra Blanco mountain range. And at last update, it's chewed up 5,736 acres with no containment. This comes as the Nogal fire burns nearby to the north. It has burned 345 acres, destroying 6 homes and 8 outbuildings, and that fire is currently at 4% containment. In all, 250 firefighters are working to put out the 2 blazes. They've had to contend with high winds and dry conditions, but as of this morning, a Type 1 incident management team has been brought in to take over the 2 fires, and additional resources are being brought in from across the country.
Trying to keep this fire as small as possible, especially it's right within the communities, as you have all seen, right? We've had a lot of structures here, so our crews are right there on the fire front, going as direct as possible to suppress these fires as small as possible.
All evacuation orders remain in place there. A local convention center has been opened up as a shelter, and emergency officials have also been working with hotels in the area for additional housing. Guys, back to you.
Hopefully we can get some of these fires under control. Max, thank you so much.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.